Hello, Africa. Africa from Diaspora are looking for trusted you. Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been always coming, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting me. Yes, guys, the topic today is about African diaspora are looking for this brother, sister, mother, dad, friend, family members that they can trust. Yes, guys, as you know, many Africans are in diaspora, but they are struggling of how they can invest, how they can progress, how they can make their family better. Simply because all our fellow African brothers and sisters, mothers, dads, some of them, have let us down several times. There is very few or nobody you can trust. The African in diaspora, they work so hard. They have tried so many times, and many African in diaspora have been let down. And some of the story you guys you already know. You've heard of many stories whereby maybe a brother or a sister travel abroad and start to send money home to the sister so that they can maybe do something. Maybe they can say, for example, someone send money home and say you should build for them a house or a house for the family, and you find that this might be your younger brother or your younger sister. You send money to them instead of doing exactly what your brother has told you. Instead, you decide to mess around with the money. You decide to go either build a house for yourself, or just start bragging around, start like just wasting money, showing up, becoming that big man that you want to be. Find that some parents, and this one really pained me. Imagine you're a mother or you're a dad. Your child send for you money so that you may build something for the family, build a home for yourself. You are the mother or a dad. You start misusing this money. Your child is struggling abroad. You are a child and you're supposed to be the elder one here. You're supposed to be the one teaching him. But it is your child sending you this money, and instead you're mismanaging it. Shame on you, this kind of parent. Shame on you, alright? So guys, I'm talking this almost like I said, most of the thing I talk here in my channel are experience. And the thing that I talk here is something to inspire someone, something to motivate others, and to also make the world a better place. All I do actually mostly to make the world a better place. So like this I'm talking about, this I experienced this I think I've talked about one of my video here. I had this experience that I will never forget. I was very young by then, and I had this neighbor. This guy, there was my neighbor, and then one time he just traveled up, came to study, and then after 4 years he started supporting his mother. And this young man would money to his mother, but the mother, as an adult, and even they were very poor, instead of like acting like an adult, the money that the son sent for him, tell him what to do, instead of follow the instruction that the son was telling her son, she should be the one advising her son. But no, this woman was busy forming groups. They started drinking this local alcohol, local brews, African brews. So what she would do, she would bring lots of her friends and all that, and they just sit and drink and drink. The son sent money for her to buy a land and build home, but instead she was drinking this money. That place became a party home. It became the most noisy place. In fact, the woman would start drinking. They don't even cook. She would start drinking from morning to sunset. On the other side, she was lying to the son, taking pictures of neighbors' construction, telling the son would send money and money. Imagine a mother doing that to your own son. Shame on this kind. So you see, and I've also experienced the same thing with my siblings. So this kind of thing, I'm sure what I'm talking about, most of Africans have experienced this. And because of that, most of Africans in diaspora are too afraid to invest in Africa. They are too afraid to start doing anything in Africa. Why us Africa? Why are we doing this? Why African? Why are you doing this to your fellow brothers and sisters? Why African part? Why are you doing this? Why? This is the reason why we can never develop. And let me tell you, these people, some of us, who come to work in abroad, they are not living, some of them are not living the life you think of. Life in diaspora is not easy. Life is hard. Some of them are doing some dirty job, very dirty job. Some of them even go digging this, they are busy digging this grave. It's not easy. Imagine digging this grave all day, All the time you're bending just imagine that they are bending, they are doing this from morning to sunset. They are doing this. Their back is, by the time they go home, their backs are hurting, their joints are hurting. It's cold. They are tired. They don't even have time. They go to work, come back, sleep. Then they get up and go to work and come back and sleep. And sometimes they are working in a very, very cold condition. African, please wake up. Feel sorry for your brothers and sisters. They are really suffering here abroad. Don't think that all that you see in abroad, you don't think that they are happy. They are not. And some of these Africans, sometimes they question you when you've come in this country and you've stayed long and you're not doing anything. They question you why you're not sending money, why you're not doing this. First of all, when you come to some of these countries, you don't just come in and then they give you paper, then start working. No. Before even you get that paper, you are going to suffer a lot. You are going to suffer a lot. You are going to go through, I think I've talked about this. Check, there's this thing I talk about. Life in UK is not that rosy. Not as rosy as you think. Check the video down there. Some people suffered a lot before they get even the paper. They would have been tortured. They would have been rejected. They would have been threatened. Maybe they live in a very bad condition. So when somebody send you money, why don't you follow their instruction? Why are you doing this to your fellow brother and sister? Your brother, your sister, they trust you. They believe that they are real blood. They care about you. That's why they come here and work so hard, and they are trying to better the whole family. So why can't you support them? They are only looking for somebody they can trust, somebody they can really trust them and they can work with. If only you could be trusted. If only you can be this reliable brother, this reliable sister. If only you could listen to them. If only you could work with them. If only you could support them. Your life will be better. Your life and your entire generation will be better. They are not doing this for themselves. They are doing for you. In fact, some of them are already settled here. They are already settled here. It's not like they are gonna be staying. They are gonna be coming there and staying for long. If they come, they only come because they miss you, because they want to come and see you. Some of you, even now, when these people are sending you money, you don't, and they want to come on, you don't even want them to come. You know why? Because you feel like you even control their life. Because you feel like if they come, they're gonna waste that money. The money that they should give to you. You feel like they're gonna waste that money. You feel that money that they're gonna waste to pay the flight to, then when they come, they're gonna use this, and they are wasting money. You just want them to stay so that this money, instead of wasting on flight, they should just give it to you. Hey, Africa, you are wicked. Hey, our brothers, sisters, you are wicked. Guys, how are we going to develop if we can't support each other? How can Africa ever develop? And this day is getting worse and worse. When I first came to this country, I used to think that my country, the family members are not trusted. I thought it was only in Uganda. I didn't know in all Africa is the same thing. When I started hearing things from fellow Africans, and then I knew it was a general thing. That's why today I'm talking generally to all Africans. African, open your eyes. If only we could start to support each other. When your sister send you that money that build a house for our parents, build for them. They are your parents, for Christ's sake. Let's stop being greedy. Let's stop being small. Only look around you here. Look further. See the future. For example, your sister send you money that start with this project, or build this, that, or do this. She's not only doing it for herself, she's doing it for you and even for your children. Because when you listen to your sister and you start this project and you do it well, it's gonna help you and your children mostly, actually. Because like your sister, she's mostly here. Maybe even some of them even get citizenship. Maybe they will only come to visit. All this big house you're gonna build, mostly you're the one who is gonna enjoy it. All this business gonna start, you're the one gonna benefit, and your children. So why can't you work with your brother and support them? Why? When your brothers or send money, it's like they are creating more rift between family. You start to fight among yourself. You start to say, oh, maybe so and so. Say that you give money to Peter, John, Mary, Sarah, whatever. They start saying, oh, Peter has not given the whole money. Peter has eaten some of the money. You give money to Sarah, the rest start complaining. You even start hating yourself. Hey, just because of money. Why? This is your real blood and your real blood, fresh blood. Why do you do this to them? When your brothers and sisters, they are here or wherever they are, you don't even call to just say hi, how are you? How are you doing? You don't even miss them. All you think about is money. All you think about is them to give you money. You only call when you want money. You call, you don't even say hi, you don't even ask, how are you, my sister? How are you, my brother? How is that country? How are you managing in that country? How is your children? No, you only call when you want money. And some of you, even you have the big head. You just call and say, call me back. Hey, God. Some of you just even flash. You just ask for money. And even if they keep giving you money, even if they give you money, there's no change. You're still the same. You're same today, you're the same tomorrow, you're the same next month, you're the same next year, you're the same 5 years, you're still the same 10 years. You're still begging for money. You can't even think of investing. And then even sometimes you go to the extent of saying, oh, so and so doesn't send money. So and so is stingy. So and this. Okay. If you think it's that easy, if you think they're stingy, you have eyes, you have leg, you have head, you have brain. If they came, they made it, they have money. Why don't you do the same? If you think it is easy, you're just there, seated there, blaming them. Why don't you make it yourself? Some of this diaspora, if only they could find this one person they trust, oh my God, they will do good thing. They will develop their country. They will develop their family. They would progress. They will do a lot of things. For example, one time, one of my friends told me that there's this guy in our country. The guy is so trusted. If you send him money to build for you, he's gonna build for you. He's not gonna cheat on you. He's not gonna do. Do you know what happened? Many people in my country, we come from the same, just started looking for these guys. Everyone was like flooding. Everyone was just looking for this guy. They just wanted to work with him. So you see, guys, African diaspora are looking for this trusted person, to this trusted you. Let's start being trustworthy. Let somebody start trusting you. I'm telling you, everybody started going to this guy. They all started like going so that he can build for them. Because some of them have tried friends, they've tried family member, they've tried cousin, they've tried everything and it doesn't work. So you see what I mean? Start being trusted. When you're trusted, and then somebody will start to work with you. And in that point, you're going to develop your country. You're going to develop your family. You're going to develop your community. You're going to build a better life for your family, for your children. It's going to be a better future for your children. This is something very simple, Africa. Let's start supporting each other. Let's work with the people who are working so hard to make Africa a better place. So many young people, so many people in diaspora, they are trying so hard to develop their family. And once a family is developed, that community also will be developed. So many are trying to help, but all their help fall in vain. People are suffering here abroad. It's not like that easy. It's not like when you come abroad, there's money everywhere. No, we are in a foreign country. Sometimes you're not even welcome. Sometimes you're just there just because I want to make my family a better place. Most of these African in diaspora, they come here to work hard to support family members. And when they are trying to do something, guys, support them. Work with them. Stop. When they ask you something about certain price, tell them the real price. Don't make it double. Don't triple. It's painful. Tell the truth. They say tell the truth and the truth will set you free. Why are you lying on your own brother and sister? Why do you lie? Why do you want to make your brother and sister suffer? Why? Don't you feel sorry for them? Don't you miss them? You don't even know how they are living here. And some of them, when you see they are making, sometimes you don't even know. Maybe this kind of, you're putting too much pressure on them and you will push them to do bad things. Some will even go to the extent of dealing into doing bad, dodgy stuff like dealing with drugs and all that. Which will, in the end, ruin their life, even ruin your life. And they end up in jail. So guys, please, let's learn to support this African in diaspora. And some of these things that you're doing put too much pressure in this African in diaspora that some of them even end up becoming mentally disturbed. Some of them end up committing suicide. It's wrong, guys. Your sister comes here. Your brother goes abroad to work hard for you, to support you, to put food on the table for you and for their parents. So when they decide to choose you, to work with you, work with them well. And in the end, they will support you. They will do something better for you. If Peter wants to start a business, as for family, if you support Peter, it's going to support your community. That means you're developing your community. And when your community develops, you're developing your country. This is how we can develop Africa. So let's start uniting. Let's start being trustworthy. Let's start doing the right thing. Let's stop unnecessary demand which push our brothers and sisters to problem, to mental health, to doing bad things like drug. Let us start trusting you. Show us that we can trust you. When African in diaspora find this a trusted person, they will do very many good things, guys. When they send you the money, use the money appropriately. Use this money appropriately. Don't just use it unnecessarily. Try to consider what some of them are going through. Some of them are washing plate day and night. And you know, washing plate, you standing there, your back is hurting. Some of them go to look after the elderly. And some of them, they meet people who are violent. Sometimes are being slapped. They are being spit on. They are going through hard time. They just don't tell you. Simply because they don't want you to know that they are suffering. So guys, Africa, let's start being trusted. Africa, let's start supporting our brothers living abroad. Let's start doing what they ask us to do. Let's stop cheating. Let's stop conning them. Let's stop lying. Let's start doing the right thing. Let's unite. So if your brother or sister send you something, say build a house, build a house. If they tell you to start a business, start a business. If they ask you to buy something, buy that. If they ask you the price, if they want to send you money, don't triple it, don't double it. Tell the exact amount. Don't lie. It's not good. It's not helping. That's why some of them are beginning to not like all the money to themselves. Some of them even are deciding to buying houses in abroad here or anywhere. And then some of them even are blocking. I've had so many of my friends, they say, from today onward, I'm just going to think about my family. My family mean the family they have here. That is her husband and children. You know what? I'm not gonna be going home, Dubai or other places. I'm not going home anymore. You see this kind of thing? Someone send you money to do something. You go and do something the opposite. This is wrong, Africa. Africa, wake up. Let us wake up. Let us start supporting the people who are struggling. Let us start doing the right thing. Guys, thank you. Those who have, if you're new, guys, subscribe, like, share so that it may help, may change the mindset of most of our African brothers. Let's share this, guys. Let's share to our friends. I just don't understand how you can. In fact, some of them, you start to hate your real brother or your real sister. You even start to you want them to die. You even start to wish them to die fast so that they may leave you, so that you may take their properties. How? How can you be so wicked? You wish your brother or your sister to die. God, you wish your real brother, your real sister to die so that you take their property. Some of them even, you sell your brother or your sister property. And some of them, if you decide to build, you're gonna build her house rubbish, like something with fake materials, and then the rest you take to your building. Hey, Africa, you're wicked. Anyway, not all African, but really, the few that are there, the lucky one they are very few. Maybe out of 100, only 4% you can trust. But the rest, many are suffering, guys. Let's stop this, African. Let's stop this. Let's try to really do whatever we are asked to do. Let's try to be trusted. Let's try to be this brother, this sister that's reliable, this mother that is reliable, this dad that is trustworthy. African in diaspora are looking for this trusted you.